A Course in Miracles. Lesson 128. The world I see holds nothing that I want. The world you see holds nothing that you need to offer you, nothing that you can use in any way, nor anything at all that serves to give you joy. Believe this thought, and you are saved from years of misery, from countless disappointments, and from hopes that turn to bitter ashes of despair. No one but must accept this thought as true, if he would leave the world behind and soar beyond its petty scope and little ways. Each thing you value here is but a chain that binds you to the world, and it will serve no other end but this. For everything must serve the purpose you have given it, until you see a different purpose there. The only purpose worthy of your mind this world contains is that you pass it by, without delaying to perceive some hope where there is none. Be you deceived no more. The world you see holds nothing that you want. Escape today the chains you place upon your mind when you perceive salvation here. For what you value, you make part of you as you perceive yourself. All things you seek to make your value greater in your sight limit you further, hide your worth from you, and add another bar across the door that leads to true awareness of yourself. Let nothing that relates to body thoughts delay your progress to salvation, nor permit temptation to believe the world holds anything you want to hold you back. Nothing is here to cherish. Nothing here is worth one instant of delay and pain, one moment of uncertainty and doubt. The worthless offer nothing. Certainty of worth cannot be found in worthlessness. Today we practice letting go all thought of values we have given to the world. We leave it free of purposes we gave its aspects and its phases and its dreams. We hold it purposeless within our minds and loosen it from all we wish it were. Thus do we lift the chains that bar the door to freedom from the world and go beyond all little values and diminished goals. Pause and be still a little while, and see how far you rise above the world when you release your mind from chains and let it seek the level where it finds itself at home. It will be grateful to be free a while. It knows where it belongs. But free its wings, and it will fly in sureness and in joy to join its holy purpose. Let it rest in its Creator, there to be restored to sanity, to freedom, and to love. Give it 10 minutes rest 3 times today, and when your eyes are opened afterwards, you will not value anything you see as much as when you looked at it before. Your whole perspective on the world will shift by just a little every time you let your mind escape its chains. The world is not where it belongs, and you belong where it would be and where it goes to rest when you release it from the world. Your guide is sure. Open your mind to him. Be still and rest. Protect your mind throughout the day as well. And when you think you see some value in an aspect or an image of the world, refuse to lay this chain upon your mind, but tell yourself with quiet certainty, "This will not tempt me to delay myself. The world I see holds nothing that I want." Lesson 128. The world I see holds nothing that I want. When you said, "I want this," what did you assume it could give you? A Course in Miracles. Lesson 128. There was a man who carried a chain he could not see. It did not clink. It made no sound. But every time he said, "I want this," another link appeared. Not around his body, around his mind. And because he could not see the chain, he called it desire. He called it preference. He called it choice. But he never called it what it was. A quiet agreement that something outside of him held something he did not. One day he came upon a door. It stood open. Not slightly, not barely, fully open. Light poured through it without effort. There was no lock, no handle, no barrier. And yet, he did not walk through. Instead, he looked around, scanning the ground, searching the walls, glancing behind him, because something told him he could not leave just yet. Something told him there was still something here worth taking with him. So he turned away from the open door and walked back into the world. Not because he was forced, but because he believed there was something left to find. And every step he took, another link formed. Not from the world, from what he thought the world held. He saw a house and said, "This could give me security." A link. He saw a person and said, "This could give me love." Another link. He saw success and said, "This could give me value." Another. Each time the same pattern. A statement, an assumption, a chain. He never questioned the middle step. He questioned the world. He questioned the people. He questioned the outcomes. But he never questioned the quiet belief that something was there to give him anything at all. Years passed. The chain grew heavier, though still unseen, and the open door remained exactly as it was, untouched, unchanged, unconcerned. One day, exhausted, he stopped. Not because the world had nothing left to offer, but because nothing it offered ever gave him what he thought it would. That was the first crack, not in the world, in the assumption. He looked at something he once wanted and asked, "What did I think this would give me?" And for the first time, he did not answer quickly. He did not say happiness or peace or love. He paused. And in that pause, something loosened. Because the answer was never in the object. It was in the meaning he placed on it. And that meaning had no source outside his own mind. Another link dissolved. He tried it again. Another desire. Another pause. Another question. What did I assume was here? Not what is here. Not what could be here. But what was assumed before the wanting even began. And one by one, the links began to fall. Not because he removed them, but because he saw they were never forged in reality. They were forged in interpretation, forged in projection, forged in the quiet insistence that the world held something it never did. He turned back toward the door. Nothing had changed. The light was the same. The openness was the same. The invitation was the same. Only one thing was different. He hesitated. Not because the door was closed, but because something in him whispered, "If you leave now, you will lose everything." And for the first time, he listened carefully. Everything? He looked down at his hands. What was he holding? He searched them slowly, carefully, honestly. There was no object, no memory, no love, no value. Only a tension without a source. Only a feeling built on a thought. A thought that something had been gained, and therefore something could be lost. He stood there, between the open door and the imagined world, and saw it clearly. Nothing had ever entered his hands. Nothing had ever been placed there by the world. Nothing had ever been given. Nothing had ever been taken. The chain was never holding him. It was holding a belief. And the belief had no object, no anchor, no truth. Just repetition. Just assumption. Just a story he had agreed not to question. He did not drop the chain.
He saw there was nothing to drop. He did not walk away from the world. He saw there was nowhere to go. And in that seeing, something ended completely. Not reduced, not managed, ended. The idea that the world held anything for him, the idea that he could gain something from it, the idea that he could lose something in leaving it, all of it gone. Without effort, without sacrifice, without cost. Because there was never anything there to give, or to take, or to keep, or to lose. He stepped forward, not into something new, but out of something that had never been. And the door had never not been open, because there had never been a barrier at all. Only the belief that there was something on the other side worth staying for. And that belief was nothing.